Brendan Slaughter here alongside Mitch Monge for BeaversEdge.com, where Oregon State just defeated Southern Utah 48-25. Oregon State earns its first win in the Jonathan Smith era. He opens with a big win today. Mitch, what did you see offensively from Beavers today?
Well, the O-line gave a great push. I heard up above, Jamar Jefferson giving all the credit to his offensive line in the press conference. I mean, he ripped it off. 200-plus yards, 4 touchdowns, a spectacular performance on the ground. Connor Blount didn't look too shabby either offensively. I mean, he was really good in the first half, and then obviously Jake Luton came in the second half. The offense kind of slowed down a little bit, but I thought Jamar Jefferson and Connor Blount really did a great.
Mention when you go with Jamar Jefferson, you're also talking about a guy who could see a lot of playing time, since we don't really know what's going on with Artavis Pierce moving forward.
And you haven't seen, like last year, you had Null and AP working together. Now you got AP, and it looks like Jamar Jefferson's going to be that second guy.
You got to like what Jonathan Smith and his crew have done so far with recruiting the new staff and getting the new players integrated. And let's move over to the defensive side of the ball now as we talk. Oregon State, they had a pretty good first half, Mitch, but then they started to fall down. In terms of what the defense brought to the table today, I liked what I saw early. There were a lot of young guys, John McCartan, Isaiah Tufega, who had a nice game today as well. Yeah. But it seemed like later in the game, as the second half really went along, the defense kind of resurfaced. We saw some of those old arm tackling habits that we saw. What do you think about the defense now?
I mean, I thought they got good pressure on the quarterback, but again, the sacks weren't there. The tackle for losses, able to escape a lot. Right. It was it was like you get him in close, and then he would just break away and make a play. So I really think that the defense needs to be able to lock down, get those sacks. I really liked what I saw from Key Wetzel and Matthew Tago. I think both those guys stepped up big, especially in the second half, made big plays, big tackles. And those are two guys, young guys to watch going forward who could be big playmakers.
Yeah, I also got to give credit to Kalani Vakame-Lalu and Elu Aiden, who also had big games.
Isaac Hodgins as well.
Isaac Hodgins as well. Elu Aiden, it's been struggling to get in and out of the rotation. He played some meaningful snaps tonight. Really like what I saw from him. Mitch, last thing before we wrap it up, Oregon State heads south, goes to Reno to play Nevada. All of a sudden after this game, you have some optimism, at least for their ability to score points. I predicted them to win earlier this season. I like their chances in this game. I really do.
Yeah, we saw Nevada kind of struggle. They lost 41-10 out in Tennessee to Vanderbilt. Yep. And then going forward, I think it'll be a really competitive game. I think OSU, if they can kind of step it up on the defensive side of the ball, be more aggressive, pressure the quarterback. I think the offense is there. I think if you're Jonathan Smith after today's game, I think you got to go with Connor Blount. It's a bold take, but I think you got to go with Connor Blount to start it off tomorrow or next week rather against Nevada, and I think it'll be a good game. I think definitely a very winnable game for the Beavers, and I think that it's gonna be a good matchup, something to watch.
Beavers and Nevada play 4 o'clock next Saturday on ESPN. As for tonight at Reser Stadium, Oregon State gets out of here with a 48-25 win. They rack up 649 yards total offense, have a tremendous day. They still have room to improve on defense, but I like where they're at. So stay tuned to BeaversEdge.com for all coverage from tonight's game, including recaps, breakdowns, the whole 9 yards. You don't want to miss BeaversEdge.com. Thanks for watching.